Hey guys, this is Random Stuff with Alex Hughes, and I believe today's day 4, day 5 of trying to build my business social media marketing agency, maybe specifically with Instagram and Facebook. So I woke up this morning and I set my intention that today was going to be an awesome day and that I would have an epiphany and I would also talk to somebody, whether that be me talking with them or them talking to me. So everything came true like usual. And so I ended up having my smoothie this morning, which was very sweet. I made sure to do that on purpose. Dates. I put in, I believe, oats in there, bananas. Basically, make it really sweet, to be honest. But it was very good. I had my supplement stack, and then I went on a walk. I went up Hutchison. Like I said, usually when I go on a walk, it's like Hutchison, and then I go down Goodwin, and then I went up, and the only new street I went up Amu Terrace, which was one of the only one on across from West Taylor. That's actually a public street, but it's just a cul-de-sac, so it's a really tiny street. You walk up and then you walk around, and then I walked up. I think it's Rebecca, and yeah, the streets by Vista High School are named after possibly students or just people's names. Gail, Rebecca. I'm sure there's a couple other ones out there too, but yeah. So I ended up taking a walk. I came back and decided to do some qigong outside, and it was actually really nice to do it outside because the fresh air and just being in that environment is really relaxing. So I did my qigong and my breathing routine, and then I actually did. I focused today 30 minutes on a specific room to clean. To be honest, if I didn't have 30 minutes, I probably would have spent hours, because before I did the month kind of off, I was doing hours and hours worth of just cleaning and organizing and decorating and whatnot. So I just focused on this office area, and I try to get that huge cabinet over here inside, but that thing is really heavy. So I didn't get to that, but I got to the small stuff. But it's just not something I'm really focused on as much, because what's more important is that I build this business. So that way I can start saving up and then applying that to tuition, and then just buying the things I need. So yeah, so I did 30 minutes of that, and I also checked out my social media, and it's been about a month. Facebook. Not so many things on Facebook that I really needed to worry about. Same Instagram. Instagram blew up. There's a lot of things, where they talk about if your post reach this amount of people or new followers. So I'll have to check that more in depth. LinkedIn, I got some connects from people I don't know. They could possibly just be marketers or even scammers, to be honest. But yeah, so I checked out my LinkedIn, and then I still got to check out my text. It's crazy to do, because for a while I was doing it every single day. I'd be checking my social media besides possibly Sunday, but then once I got my Instagram, contract work, I ended up kind of leaving. I actually did work on Sunday too. So yeah, I ended up leaving around 11 o'clock because I wanted to fit in the cleaning session and looking at my social media. And then I ended up, let's see, yeah, I actually took the 303 down to La Playa Azul, which is that Mexican restaurant in that shopping center with Family Dollar. And I got the chance to take some pictures inside, and I took some video of my food. I got a really good dish. It was like a seafood medley, two sides of beans, Spanish rice, salad, great price. Um, Very interesting decorations. There's all sorts of stuff in there. I mean, there was paintings on the walls of the ocean. There was things hanging on the sea, things decorating the walls, sea turtles, and all these kind of knickknacks all around. So it's kind of like all over the place. But the food there was actually top notch. The beans were good. The the seasoning on the seafood medley, the scallops, the octopus, the shrimp was actually really spot on. And then the salad was a great thing to break through all that. I ended up taking the tortillas and the Spanish rice home. Um, but it was definitely a great restaurant, and I put that up on my Taste of North Santa Fe. Looking forward to see that reach some people. Tagging is going to be important. Also the hashtags. But this place is definitely going to be a good opportunity for social media because they don't have any I didn't find their Instagram and I didn't find their Facebook. And tomorrow I'm looking forward to another place that has both, but they're not very active. So I think they need somebody to help them out, just keep on top of that because you could have a social media account, but you have to keep it active. You got to keep posting, and to get that consistency. That way, people see your content. That way, you're just always out there. That's how you build a brand. Is you got to do it every single day. You got to make sure your hashtags are good. You got to tag people. You got to comment, and then you got to interact with the people that are interacting with your page. So that way, it's a community. You're trying to build that word of mouth. You're trying to build that reputation, the brand knowledge. That way, your followers know who you are. And it's good to build that organically because that way, it looks more legit rather than buying people or just getting followers for the sake of it. Because the important thing is to have engaged people. Because if you just have a whole bunch of followers but they don't ever really interact with your content, then it doesn't really do anything. You want engaged followers that'll actually go to your restaurant or share your stuff, comments, to build that community. So I ended up going over to the beach.